They passed through the open door and headed to the next room. Junpei jogged down the short staircase and looked around. Oh, what?
Oh, what the hell is this place?
This is a little fucked up. The words had sprung unbidden to his lips, and it was clear why. Junpei shivered. Lotus and Seven reached the bottom of the stairs and stopped short, terrified.
Ugh, this room is really creepy.
Oh, you don't fucking say.
I think we ought to get the hell out of here now.
No shit. He jogged up the stairs on the opposite side of the room and shook the door on the wall next to the catwalk. God damn it. It didn't open, and he muttered to himself.
Figures.
It's locked, isn't it?
Clearly.
Yep. Don't know why I thought this would be any different.
That's fair.
So, what is this room for, anyway?
It looks like it's a fucking torture room. Junpei looked around the room again.
Well, there's a chair in the center of the room.
That's clearly torture.
Oh, looks uncomfortable to say the least.
Oh.
I'd rather not sit in it if I can avoid it.
Oh, yeah. The back of it was covered with electrodes connected to a nest of wires.
Looks like it's placed over some kind of glass panel. Too dark to look through it, though.
Get dumped. Junpei turned to look at the right side of the room. Yeah, and there's a blood spatter right there, so no thank you. There was a table covered with a piece of cloth.
This isn't dried blood on the tablecloth, is it?
No, they just spilled some tomato sauce on it. And some ketchup, that's it. On top of the table were a number of metal instruments. Junpei didn't know what they were for, and he had a feeling he didn't want to find out.
Oh, what the hell is this?
To remove various body parts, smash various body parts, you know, the good stuff.
What are these tools for?
Pain.
That's not something I even want to think about.
Excruciating pain. That little hatchet thing's probably there to, like, cut off someone's finger or two. Junpei shook his head in an attempt to clear it and tried to focus on something else.
No doubt about it. This room's dangerous.
Yeah,
Let's make our search quick so we can solve the puzzle and get the hell out of here.
I hope it's not hard.
Come on.
It doesn't look to be too bad. So far. Okay, let's do this. These levers have got to turn something on. Of course they would. All they can do is turn something on or off. What's important is what they turn on or off. Don't say the floor is gonna suddenly open up. Fuck it. I can see some oil or something down there at the base of the lever. Yeah, it feels like it's got some movement to it. I should be able to pull this one. Alright, let's pull the lever. Is that water? What the hell? What's going on? Will you calm down? It's just water going through somewhere. It sounds like it's underneath us. That means the floor. Oh! Junpei, look. Oh, damn. I can see through the glass now. Oh, what the fuck? EDBF. The fuck is this? There are a couple of letters in the color of blood written on the shark's belly. Oh, that's a shark. I thought that was a person. It's dead. Looks like the letters are EDBF. Whatever these are for has to be in this room somewhere. Guess the shark was someone's pet, huh? That's a bit of a surprise. You die on the chair, you get dumped into the water, and he cleans up the mess. Convenient. Damn, that's fucked. So, EBDF, was it? EDPF. And there are a bunch of buttons here with the letters A through F on them. Let's push some of them. E. So if I press it again, it goes off. Back you go. You come. Guess these button switches on or off something when you push them. E, D, B, F. What? Oh, that sounded like electricity humming to life. That's a strange noise coming from the chair. It looks like it's been turned on. I guess the puzzle here was the power had to be sent in a specific way. There's this? Red, yellow. You think the colors mean something? No idea. I mean, red looks more dangerous, but other than that... The bottom of this one looks like it's covered in rust. I don't think it will move at all. Oh, that probably actually opens up the floor. All of the dials are pointing in different directions. Maybe something will happen if we turn them. Ha! Shoot. They're all rusted. I guess turning them doesn't really do anything. Anything over here? There are tons of knobs here. Doesn't seem like any of them do anything, though. Do you think it's broken? Fuck. I don't want to get in the chair. How's this? There's something on the screen. This device will conduct the experiment. Once the experiment has been conducted, the door will unlock. First, adjust the switches to match the blocks in the sample above. Huh? I don't know what this thing is, but we gotta figure out this puzzle. It's right next to a torture chair. Whatever it is, I don't think it's good. Anyway, we just have to adjust the switches to match the blocks up on top, right? You adjust the switches shown at the four corners of the screen, then press the check button. Junpei, we don't know what this thing does. You can always come back to it later. There are lots of other things you could do. On. Oh, I think I get it. You're supposed to fill up the box, right? Just turn it. Okay, let's just... Whatever you turn on one of the switches, more blocks show up on the screen. So I think you gotta figure out which buttons you have to press in order to get the screen to match the diagram. Yeah, but it's hard to figure out what button does what. If you want to see how many blocks each switch adds, just turn on one switch. Then all of them are off. There aren't any blocks, right? Then you can see how many each switch adds. Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's nice, but there still is other stuff I could be doing. She wasn't wrong. There are a number of ominous-looking tools and instruments here. Let's see, we've got a daze and hammer. A pair of forceps, and these things that are too old and broken. I have no idea what they are. Hey, doesn't this wrench look way too new to be here with all the other stuff? Yes, it does. I didn't notice it before you mentioned it, but it's not rusty at all. Cool. Let's go hit someone. Number of rusty torture tools are lined up here. I don't think there's anything else we need here. Ah. It's in here. The cover's bolted on there pretty good. Should we be able to get off these bolts with the wrench we just found, though? Oh god, that would take a while. Sweet, it's open. The hole's too small, you can't see in, even with the cover off. Well, you can't see in, but I think there's enough room to stick your arm in. Are you sure you want to do that? There could be something dangerous in there. Okay, I admit it, that scares me a little, but we need to see if there's anything unusual in there, or useful in there. Alright, here we go. Arm into the hole. Hey, I think I feel something. It's small, cold, and hard. Doesn't feel like there's anything else in here. Alright, let's see what this thing is. Ooh, a sun key. Hell yes. That was important. I don't suppose this door... oh, nope. Doesn't have a keyhole. Well, time to adjust the switches. Okay. Okay, so these two is 2 on the bottom, 5 and 4. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 4, 4, 2. So you had that. There. No, damn it. Just short. That. Damn it. Just one off. Well, yeah, I only have one on, so obviously it's gonna be one short. Just didn't know. Oh, the hint tells me what needs to be lit up, doesn't it? Oh. Okay. I thought it actually had to match. Oops. Just missed complete. Now proceeding to execution phase. To complete the experiment, data must be collected from such subject. Once preparation is finished, place subject in chair. Whoa, whoa, I thought we solved the puzzle already. What does it mean by preparation? I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about this. I think this means one of us has got to sit in the chair. Well, Seven's never gonna fit in that thing. It's either you or me, Junpei. Collecting data, I wonder if it's going to run electricity through the subject. There's a human head on the screen. Maybe it's gonna zap the brain with a little electricity. This really doesn't sound safe. Anyway, we've still got to prepare. We can talk about this after we figured out what it means by preparation, right? Well, it wants us to prepare, so maybe we gotta ask it what we need to do. Error, the restraining device is locked but empty. The subject has not been properly placed. Unlock the restraining device and reset seat subject. Well, the restraining device has to be on the chair. Has to be the chair. Well, then I guess we just need to unlock the chair. The sun key should fit in the keyhole on these manacles. Alright, sun key, you go. And yes. Great, they're open. I don't think we're gonna need the sun key again in here, though. Just seems unlikely. Alright, sun key, you've done your job. Into my pocket with you. The restraining device is unlocked. Please see subject and device. The message on the screen was disturbingly
like we thought, it's not going to work unless someone sits in it.
How ironic that this would be the situation in which this slim, beautiful body is useful.
What?
Lotus, are you sure? I can sit in it and you can solve.
Junpei's right. If we screw it up,
You're dead. Seven couldn't bring himself to finish the thought. His eyes fell on the floor. Junpei followed then. Beneath them was a dead shark floating underneath the glass. Perhaps it had been killed by electric shock.
I'll be fine. Even if I fall in, the shark is already dead.
True.
But
No one likes an indecisive man, Junpei. I can still give you advice from the chair too, you know.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
I just don't want to stay in this room any longer than we have to. Go over to that screen and let's get this over with.
Okay. Thanks, Lotus. After her words had made it clear that Lotus would book no argument, she turned and walked toward the chair without hesitation. But she did not sit down. Despite what she had said, she did indeed feel hesitation. Her legs shook.
Look, do you think you could do me one last favor?
What?
don't say last.
you're making me nervous.
Just listen.
What? What do you want?
If something happens to me, I want you to tell my daughters.
Daughters?
Tell them that I loved them very much.
Oh my good god. You couldn't have think of anything less cliched?
No, tell them that I will always love them.
When did you have daughters?
Daughters?
Plural.
You've got kids?
Yes, I do. I suppose they're about your age, Junpei.
Oh, fuck, you really are older. Wow.
They're twins. I had them when I was young after... well, some things happened.
Yeah, that's the things.
Their names are Nona and...
Wait.
I swear to God.
Nona?
I just turned to Seven. What the fuck? Junpei's words shot out before he even realized what he was saying. He remembered the story Seven had told him.
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment.
So everyone is connected. I was right.
What the hell? What's wrong with you?
Lotus took a step back from Junpei.
Oh.
Seven looked just as shocked as Junpei. He blinked his eyes rapidly, as if he weren't sure if he was completely awake.
No way. It couldn't. Lotus, is your last name Kashiwabara?
What the fuck? Lotus's eyes went wide.
How do you know that?
Oh god.
Are you serious? What the hell is this? There's no way you're that kid's mom.
That kid? Wait, what do you mean that kid?
Yeah, the one that got kidnapped.
Why are you acting like you've met her?
Seven's brow furrowed.
I have.
What?
Yeah, I met one of your kids.
When?
9 years ago.
Where?
Here.
On this ship.
Why were you...
It's not a short story.
It's a really long story. Do you really want to get into it?
Look, I don't care how long it is. Tell me, please, what happened here?
Fine, I'll tell you.
Seven glanced at Junpei, then turned back to Lotus and began to speak. It was the same story Junpei had heard only a minute before every detail.
But... And then... That was when... From there, it looked like... Just as if, finally... That's all I remember from 9 years ago.
At last, Seven finished. Lotus shook her head.
Oh my god. Everything I've been looking for the last 9 years. The person who had all the answers was right here.
Looking for?
Yes, that's right. 9 years ago, my daughters disappeared. Then 9 days later, they came back.
God, all of these nines!
They never told me what happened to them over those 9 days. I took them to the doctor, but I was told they hadn't been hurt in any way.
Yeah, thanks, Doctor.
Still, I was sure that they had been through something terrible. So I couldn't bring myself to force them to talk about it. If I did, then I'd force them to relive whatever horrors they'd been through. I didn't have any choice. I had to try and ignore it and move on.
Oh.
A few months passed. Gradually, they started to act like they always had, before they disappeared. They smiled and made jokes and did all the silly things kids do. It got harder and harder for me to ask them about what happened. How could I ask them to remember that?
That's fair.
Eventually, I knew there was no way I could do it. But I'm still a mother. I couldn't simply forget that something terrible had happened to my children.
Obviously.
So I decided I would investigate what happened on my own.
Investigate.
I would find out what happened during those 9 missing days.
What did you find out?
Nothing. The police pretended to be concerned, but they didn't do anything.
Well, yeah, because apparently it's really high up stuff.
Once
A lot
the
of
16
money.
children who'd gone missing came back, things were just...
Solved, it's over.
Even the media didn't talk about what had happened. I figured someone was probably paying or threatening them to keep their mouths shut.
Yep, it was paid, definitely. If a huge company paying for it, definitely.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals. No, probably something even bigger than that.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Have you heard of them before?
No. It's the first time I've ever heard that name. 7. How did you find out that Cradle Pharmaceuticals was connected to the kidnappings in the first place?
Don't know.
I figured finding out whatever the victims had in common would lead me to the culprit. That's what any good cop does.
Yeah.
What did they have in common?
Probably some medicine.
Every single one of the kids who disappeared had gone to this one hospital at some point.
There you go.
The hospital was one of a bunch that were under the control of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. After that, it was just about connecting the dots.
The hospital.
The hospital.
The hospital.
The hospital.
And for a while, I was trying to get some kind of information out of the kids at the hospital.
So that's why they said, oh yeah, the kids aren't harmed at all.
One of them told a weird story.
What was it?
Have you heard about the Gansfeld experiment?
Gansfeld experiment? Probably not.
I guess all these kids had to go through it while they were at the hospital. I think it was passed off as some sort of counseling.
What did you call it again?
The Gansfeld experiment.
Oh, the Gansfeld experiment. This is how it's set up. First, subjects Q and A are put into separate rooms, far away from one another. Then a series of video images are shown to subject Q, who is told to send the images to subject A by thinking about them.
Yeah, okay, that sounds really reliable.
Subject A, on the other hand, is put in a large reclining chair and given a blindfold. With their senses cut off, A is asked to guess what images Q is looking at.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that. It's a famous telepathy experiment, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. I wonder how effective it is.
Telepathy. That's how the experiment on this ship was supposed to work.
The experiment to control people, right?
Yeah. I don't know if any of the telepathy stuff really exists,
No.
but maybe someone from Cradle Pharmaceuticals bought into it.
Lotus grunted. Seven had been thinking hard for the last several minutes and finally spoke.
Even if that is the case, I still don't get how that has anything to do with any of this.
Exactly.
The notary game, Zero, why we were kidnapped. What does any of that have to do with telepathy? I know I brought all this up, but maybe none of this stuff is connected after all.
It has to be connected. Because everyone has different ties to each other. I mean, Seven and Lotus are connected. June and I are connected. I guarantee Clover and Snake are connected. Someone else is connected to someone else. I guarantee you everyone will have had a connection to one person, at least. A cold voice echoed down from the ceiling. Oh, fuck!
No subject has been detected. Unless a subject is detected within 60 seconds, all power will be shut down.
Lotus, get in that goddamn chair!
System recovery is estimated to take 1 hour.
Oh my god, Lotus, get in the fucking chair.
If you wish to proceed with the experiment, please seat subject in the restraining device.
I
Whoa.
throw her in that goddamn
That doesn't
chair.
sound good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
Yeah, hurry up.
Oh, no, that's not what we...
Shut up, Seven.
Just hurry up and get it over with.
We will lose an hour of our time if we don't do this now.
Junpei, I'm counting on you.
Okay.
Right.
Lotus sat down on the chair. Junpei looked at her one last time, then made his way to the monitor.
Lotus, please, tell me right away if you feel anything weird.
I feel weird.
You worry too much. Now get on with it and be a man, or June's gonna leave you.
Oh, shit. Lotus was putting on the best act she could manage, but her legs were shaking so much that if she hadn't been in sitting, she likely would have fallen down.
Lotus.
Failure was not acceptable.
Okay, let's do this.
Junpei took one last deep breath and stared at the monitor. Oh, what? Oh, fuck. That was fine. So that needs to be like triangles. Triangle, triangle. Okay, what's this side? Okay. Oh, fuck. It changes on both sides. God damn it. So that needs to stay. What about changing over here? What's a change on this side? So I need these two more. What's two do? No, go back to one. And that needs to change though. Oh. Okay, that's almost all done, actually. Change that to one. Those are actually, fuck, that is, like, fucking done. There's one do. Just need two more. Almost done. This needs to be off. Turn that to 2. Fuck, I need this like more. What's 2 do on this side? 2. That looks good to me. Damn it, it's not full though on that side. This side's perfect. So that side is good. I need this side though. Try 1. Shit. 2. Is this side still good? No, it's not. No, it's not. So this needs to be at 1. Or 2. Yeah, it needs to be a 1. This needs to be a 2. No, it doesn't need to be, but it's helpful. That's good. Yeah, that 2 still can change fucked something up, though. Oh, shit, I got it. That's good. One last check, and I think I have it. Check. That's good. A-okay. The experiment hasn't concluded. The door will now unlock. You can hear the door unlocking. And now we've got a new message. Release subject from restraining device. Lotus, are you okay? Alright. Yes, I am. I'm glad nothing bad happened, but I do think my life just got a little shorter. Hold on, I'll get you out right away. Shouldn't take long for Seven and me to get her out of here. Let's get out of here now. Being a guinea pig is not for me. Damn straight. I don't ever want to see this thing again. Gone. Easy. Well, not really. It still took like 30 minutes, but whatever. It wasn't that bad.
The hallway goes to the left.
Yeah, but I don't see any doors.
Guess we just need to keep going.
Yep, guess we do.
Right. Let's go.
It turned left twice before they saw the elevator.
An elevator.
Just what we need. Let's take this to C-Deck.
Yes. In silence, they jogged up to it. Junpei pushed the C button. You need to switch that thing, I think. Oh no, never mind. It's just automatically activated. The elevator motor ground away, and before long, they found themselves once again on C-Deck. The door opened, and they stepped off.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Junpei, Lotus, and Seven nodded at one another and took off running down the long hallway in front of them. Actually, I want to check which way we're going. Oh, it's almost over. Fuck. They ran and ran and ran. The hallway seemed endless.
I know where we need to go. The door behind the central staircase. There was a sun symbol on the keyhole of that door. And I happen to have the sun key in my pocket right now. This should open that door.
Yeah. That was why they ran for the central staircase. They had run for quite some time when they arrived at the door that ended the hallway. The Jupiter door was already unlocked.
Let's go!
Yeah.
Junpei grabbed hold of the doorknob and threw it open. They rushed through and stopped cold.
What?
Fog. The terrible scene before them made their blood run cold. 3 people lay dead on the floor covered in blood. Santa, Clover, and Ace. Oh, God. June, have you gotten all stab happy?
Why?
Junpei felt a cold sweat trickle down his spine. He couldn't breathe. His legs shook. His body felt cold, deathly cold. But his body was boiling hot. His blood was boiling hot. He could feel his mind begin to fade. He couldn't think. He couldn't concentrate. His mind was blank.
What the hell? What the hell happened?
Seven's voice was weak and broken. He edged toward the bodies, his movement stiff.
Clover.
He bent down over Clover and pressed his fingers to her wrist.
Nothing. She's dead.
Suddenly, Lotus moved. Before he understood what was happening, her hand was in Junpei's vest pocket.
Hey, what are you doing?
He leapt back. Lotus looked up at him, terrified.
The key! Get me the sun key!
Okay.
Why?
Why do you think? We have to get out of here before the murderer comes back!
No shit.
The murderer?
The murderer. The murderer. Once again, Junpei looked at the dead bodies.
Santa, Clover, and Ace. 3 people, 3 dead bodies. That means that the person who had killed them was...
Yeah. She's fucking crazy, isn't she?
No. No, it can't be true.
Give it to me!
I'm opening that goddamn door. I want to leave. Before Junpei could react, Lotus dove back into his pocket and came out with the key.
Let's go!
Actually, I wonder what's behind the door. We already found the 9 doors. Is it another 9? Without waiting for Seven or Junpei, she ran straight for the central staircase. Right into someone with a knife. And died. They followed. Sidestep around the bodies. Junpei shut his eyes and swallowed his emotions. Morning would have to wait. Soon they stood in front of the door.
Open!
Lotus shoved the sun key into the keyhole and twisted it hard, and broke the key. God damn it, Lotus! But
Why?
What happened?
Nothing. Nothing happened. I didn't feel it unlock.
Oh no. Is it the wrong key?
it can't be the wrong key.
I don't know. Maybe.
Lotus sighed, defeated, and leaned against the doorknob. She felt it twist. A small gap appeared between the door and the frame.
It's open.
Well, there you go.
What the hell is this?
Wait, you mean the door was already unlocked?
Are you fucking with me?
Why?
Then how would I know that? Whatever, let's just go.
No shit, just fuck it. This can wait later. Lotus took a deep breath and slowly opened the door the rest of the way. They stepped inside. I closed the door and locked it. And just say, hopefully the killer's not in here with us, because if they are, we're fucked. In front of them was another hallway. Stretched out toward the bow of the ship. They began to run. Faster and faster they ran, trying desperately to reach the end of the hallway. A few seconds later, they were there. In front of them stood a massive metal door. They were all breathing heavily as Junpei spoke.
What the hell is this door?
No idea.
I can't see anything that looks like a doorknob or switch or lever or card reader or anything. How the fuck are we supposed to open this?
I have no idea, man.
We don't have a choice. We're gonna have to go back.
No.
No, I'm not going back there. There is a murderer back there.
There was more stark terror in Lotus's voice than authority. She was almost begging.
But I don't see any other doors.
As he spoke, Seven stepped toward the door in front of them, as if to illustrate that was the only door. Try pushing. It's an auto slide.
No way.
It opened by itself.
It's an automatic door?
There you go.
Look, guys, I've got a really bad feeling about all this.
I got a fucking shit feeling about this, but we're fucked. We're stuck between a murderer and a goddamn opening door on its own. I have no idea what to do.
The other doors were already unlocked, and this one's automatic.
Yeah, this is fucked up. Hey, maybe the 9 doors automatically open. Let's try that.
We haven't seen anything like this
Please?
before.
Bad feeling.
How could their situation possibly get worse? 3 people are already
We've
dead.
hit bottom. This can't get any worse.
Junpei.
Shit!
Hey, Junpei!
Once you say this can't get any worse, shit! It can, because there's a lot more other stuff that can go wrong, like you die. He stepped through the door.
I can't take this anymore. No one can.
When whatever hope Junpei had managed to summon disappeared.
No. It's a lie. It's gotta be.
It's a lie!
This can't be real. No. It's impossible.
That's
It's
impossible!
a dream. Just wake up already. Someone please tell me it's all just a joke.
You got pranked!
I'm imagining things. Yep, that's it. This is all obviously a lie.
Okay, so he's gonna snap real soon.
It's a big, elaborate trick. An illusion or something, or a dream. It's made up.
It wasn't real, right? June. No, the code names meant nothing now.
Ah! Ah!
You okay, buddy? Connie. Connie!
Connie!
Oh, she's dead. How the fuck should you get in here? Junpei cried out and left through the door. He flew to her side, his heart like a stone in his chest.
Connie! Connie, hang on!
Don't die on me! Junpei swept her up and shook her by the shoulders. No, she's still alive. She moaned and her eyes fluttered open, but only barely.
Connie!
Did you kill those other people? What the hell's wrong with you?
Jumpy?
You fucking psychopath. Her face was pale and her lips were dry and cracked. I don't know how you got stabbed and are dying in here right now. I don't know. Her eyes were blank and cloudy. They stared straight at Junpei, but saw nothing. Junpei put his hand against the small of her back to hold her up. It felt warm and wet. He lifted his hand up. It was covered in blood.
Oh man, Connie,
You are really in a bad shape right now.
there's so much blood. What the hell happened to you?
I have no idea.
How did this happen?
It was all he could do not to break into tears.
Jumpy, I'm sorry.
Oh my god, you did kill those people. Her voice was thin, a minuscule thread that was the only thing keeping her with him.
I might not make it.
Oh really? I didn't guess that one immediately.
No way, no way I am going to let you die. I am gonna save you, I promise.
Thank you, Jumpy.
You're welcome?
Thank you so much for everything. I was really happy
Okay, can you just die instead of like, bringing all these emotions into it?
to see you again,
Oh my,
Jumpy.
stop it.
Really happy.
Stop.
Oh, don't give me that I was crap. You're gonna see me again lots more times.
Lots more.
You just gotta hang on, alright, Connie?
Dead.
You. Ow, what can I do?
Do you have the equipment for a blood transfusion? Some gauze, stitches, and a lot of fucking bandages. Actually, that's just a fuck ton of gauze, and a lot of extra blood you have on hand.
Damn it!
He looked up from Kenny, desperate for something, anything. Oh, hey, a yellow submarine.
Ooh, what's that?
I'm getting in it, bye. And then he saw it, a small submarine.
A submarine? What on earth is a submarine doing here?
I mean, if a boat's sinking, it would probably be a little helpful. No, that didn't matter. Nothing mattered except saving her. That was the only thing he wanted.
That's it!
Junpei turned his head back to look down at her.
Hang on, alright? There's a submarine over there. I'm gonna go see if it works.
No,
No,
don't go. Please, don't go.
just carry her to the submarine, bud.
Please, just stay with me, okay?
Well, unless it looks like I have to stay with her.
I want to be close to you, Jumpy. When
Connie.
Jumpy, did you know
What?
you meant a lot to me when we were kids?
Okay, you really don't have to bring this up right now, please.
I've liked you for a long time, Junpei.
Oh my god.
A really long time.
Is this really the time for it as you're dying? I mean, yeah, you probably won't get another chance to say it, but you could really just not say it. Junpei's vision had gone blurry. It took him a moment to realize his eyes were filled with tears. He could feel a piercing point of heat deep in his heart, like a white-hot flame.
Jumpy, do you remember how we hung out a lot when we were kids?
Yeah, maybe?
We went to the pool and to the fair. Do you remember playing snowball at the school? They're all memories I'll never forget. All of those moments are treasures to me.
Depressing.
I also wanted to go to a lot of other places with you. A lot more. But that won't happen now.
Okay, so, stop that. No, don't say that.
No! I mean, yes. Yes, it will happen. We'll go all sorts of places, Connie. You hear me? I promise. We'll go wherever you want.
Really?
Yeah, really. I swear.
That makes me happy. Really happy.
She said it to herself over and over, a weak smile creasing her tired face.
Jumpy, I feel sleepy.
And it's okay, just, how about to have a 5-hour energy? Keep up.
No, Connie, don't fall asleep.
Thank you, Jumpy.
No.
Thank you so much.
You're not welcome. And dead. Her eyes were slowly closing. Junpei screamed even as he felt his throat go hoarse.
Connie! Connie! Connie!
Time passed. Junpei wept, curled around Connie's body. He cried and cried until he had no tears left. When the last tear fell, Junpei was no more. His body remained, but only as an empty shell. Somewhere he heard a bell ring. It was the clock at the central staircase. Oh, no, time's not up yet. It rang 5 times, then faded.
5 o'clock.
Quietly, gently, softly, he set Connie down on the floor. Slowly, Junpei stood. Well, I mean, it didn't show that her bracelet came off, so she might still be alive. Only then did he realize that Seven and Lotus had not followed him. Where had they gone? Slowly, he looked around the room. There was nothing. No sign that they had ever been there. It felt as though every part of Junpei's body was made of lead. Slowly, he made his way to the door where he'd come through. As he approached it, it opened, sliding apart with a sound like grinding stone. I would have gone into that submarine and just fucking left. Junpei passed through the gate and into the hallway. Oh, that's interesting. His heart rattled in his chest, an empty, lifeless thing. It had been so utterly broken that there was nothing left to feel. Then he saw their bodies. He simply stared. It was a lake, a sea of blood. 2 bodies lay in it. Oh, that's unfortunate. There was no need to check. There was no breath left in them. His eyes lit on Lotus's wrist. Her bracelet, it was gone. He stared. It meant nothing to him. He didn't care anymore. He couldn't care anymore. Junpei's body felt numb. A part of him knew the lump of lead in his chest had once been a heart. He couldn't quite remember where it had been for. Tears poured from his eyes in great streams. He wasn't sure why. He gave up trying to make them stop. He turned around, the door opened again, and slowly, numbly, he walked through. He kept walking. Why stop? An object set in motion, simple inertia carried him forward. God damn it, Newton. Eventually, he found himself in front of the submarine. His arm reached for the hatch. Dicks! Then he was floating in water. His eyes stared down into it. He couldn't see the bottom. His back was hot. Dimly, he felt the blade of a knife in it. Who? Some dude. One dead body lay behind door number 5. The body of the 9th man. Another lay in the shower room. The body of Snake. At the central staircase were 3 more. Ace, Santa, and Clover. And just outside the door were 2 corpses. Those of Seven and Lotus. And then it was the very room lay the body that had once been Connie. And now Junpei would join them. Who, then, had killed them all? Who? Had to be a fake death. Had to be, not Snake, but, Santa. Or Ace. Because they checked Clover's pulse. She was dead. But they didn't check Santa or Ace's. Or it could be Akane, because it didn't show that her bracelet had fallen off when they zoomed in on it. Because if it had shown it unlatched, it would have been like, well, that's fucking depressing. But it didn't detach, so someone faked their death. But if it's Akane, that's really fucked up. Junpei let out a last breath. Faintly, he felt the bubbles creep up the side of his face. His consciousness faded quickly, dissolving away into the cold, gentle lapping of the water. Oh, good, another bad end. Oh, what the fuck? Zero escape, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors, development team. Wait, is this like the end? The fuck is this? This like supposed to be the real end? Because the last end I had didn't have like a credit sequence. This is weird as shit. But holy shit. Someone had to be faking their death. If not, then I don't know what the fuck was going on. But who would fake their death though? Unless it's actually 0. Because there would be no point in faking your death. So whoever faked their death is 0. Is basically what it ends up being. Damn. So this is like literally the credits though. This is like the end credits. Like what the fuck is this? But there's clearly more endings. So I mean I'll keep going of course, but if this is like the real ending I'll be like, wow, this is fucking shit. How's this supposed to solve anything? Or just mean anything in general? The end, or is it? So possibly the real ending?